Hello everyone and welcome back to Frozen Features. The last 2 weeks we've interviewed some of the cast members, but what happens backstage? Today we're going to be interviewing some of the crew members to see what goes on behind the scenes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've done for the show.
Sure. Well, I am the creative director of EPAC's Kids4Kids program, and this is probably my 7th or 8th Kids4Kids show. We started back in 2012 with Beauty and the Beast Junior. The goal was for us to kind of test pilot our young performers having their own kind of stage and forum to work on their craft, and it just evolved over the years to kind of one of the main attractions in our season. So we're super excited to have to debut Frozen Junior with 68 kids in the show.
So my role on the crew is I am the stage manager for the production. So during the rehearsal process, I helped with managing the rehearsal schedule. I take down notes in terms of where the actors are standing on stage, what props they need, if they have any quick costume changes, and then once we get into the show process, I work backstage, managing the stage crew and working through all of the scene transitions, and then just helping with anything else that comes up.
I'm Carolyn. I'm the costume designer for the show, so my responsibilities include getting all of the kids in costumes and wigs and makeup and accessories for the entire show.
So I am the music director of Frozen Junior. This is my 5th Kids4Kids production that I'm music directing, which is crazy to think. You know, working with 68 kids, trying to teach them a gazillion different songs can be overwhelming at times, but in the end it is always totally worth it. I love working with the kids, so.
What is your favorite part of being
I think my favorite part is simply just seeing the entire show come together from the very beginning rehearsal process, and then we start to slowly add in the props, the costumes, the lights, and seeing just the overall process come together. And it's just so rewarding to see how far these kids have come over the past 3 months.
My favorite part is when I get to design something myself, and in this show I got to do that with Elsa's dress and with the Hidden Folk and a lot of the other costumes, so that was a lot of fun.
I think it's always the collaboration among not just the production team, but as well as the performers. We come from the school of being organic, being in the moment, living the moment, but also having dialogue with the actors. So it was nice to see our young performers take ownership in their development of the character. So that's kind of super excited about that.
What would you say was the hardest song to teach, whether it be on your end or the kids?
Good question. I think there were 2, so I'm gonna say Let It Go, only because like it's such a well-known song. I mean, like if you think about Frozen, it's such an iconic pop culture movie, and I think that song is just one that has to be done so perfectly and so right. And teaching the kids, and Amelia was awesome. I mean, like seeing it now on stage is absolutely beautiful. And then I would say that the other number that was difficult in terms of an entire ensemble number is Higa, because it is also such high energy. And when you add in dance moves and choreography to that, it just makes it even more complicated, because once you start dancing, you forget all the music. So, but it's been a great experience for sure.
You also do some of the shows at the high school. They're currently doing Wizard of Oz for their spring musical. Has it been pretty easy or kind of stressful having to balance both shows around the same time?
Well, I think stress is an understatement. But again, I think when you surround yourself with individuals that you trust and individuals who believe in the same mission, and things just seem to work out. But now that Frozen is up and running, now I can kind of shift gear and focus on Wizard of Oz.
What is your favorite song from the show?
Oh gosh, that's tough. I definitely can't stop singing First Time in Forever. That's one of my favorites. And then I think just Let It Go, and seeing that whole overall number. Amelia is fantastic as Elsa, and all of the elements coming together for that song.
What is my favorite song in the whole show? Am I allowed to pick more than one? Can I pick like 2?
Sure, you can pick 2.
Okay. So I love the opening number. That's actually probably my favorite one, because I feel like opening numbers are always like they set the tone for an entire production, and I love the opening number in this show. And then I think I'm gonna have to say Let It Go, just because it's so beautiful, and seeing the whole production value of it put together is just so cool.
That's a good one. I knew you were going to ask me that, so I should have probably had that already in mind.
There's so many good songs in the show.
I think Dangerous Dream, because throughout this whole process we've been kind of encouraging our young performers the power of storytelling. And I think that Amelia, who plays our main character, Elsa, does a wonderful job in really kind of captivating in such a short amount of time the power of storytelling from beginning, middle, and end. And I think that that's one of the most sincere and genuine performances in the show.
And finally, is there anyone that you'd like to shout out for being a huge support, like whether it's on the team or like family and friends?
I definitely have to say all of the kids for sure, because they are the blood, sweat, and tears literally of this entire production. All of the production team, it's great to work with all of them, and all the parents. I mean, like, there are so many people to thank. Everyone, this is such a huge undertaking that I don't think people really understand how much energy and time goes into this, both on the scenes and behind the scenes.
Costuming a kids show is a huge feat. It's absolutely incredible the amount of time and work that goes into it. And I would not have gotten it done without the help of my amazing moms. So I have Kristen Hemsley, who's been like my right-hand woman this whole show. I couldn't do it without you, Kristen. And the moms who did the crafting, Val and Mel and Kim, and everyone else who helped out. I'm gonna forget someone because I'm not good in front of a camera, but they've been fantastic.
I would say JP Welliver, who is our music director. He has just been a crux of emotional support for me throughout the past few months. And then also Jamie Lesher, who is our parent liaison. She goes above and beyond with making sure we have volunteers, making sure the kids have snacks, and making sure everything downstairs is organized during the show so that I can really focus upstairs on what's happening on stage.
Well, I would say, the people behind me are the unsung heroes, because truly, anyone who knows me, there's a certain expectation, but they have been very, very, very supportive and encouraging and flexible with my high demands. So, yeah. And the audience, of course, and the audience.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Well, that should do it for this episode of Frozen Features. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to come and see Frozen Junior. It is now open. Take care. Are there any, we need to start over. I'm sorry, I don't know how to phrase it.
You can edit it, right? Like if she stops.
Yeah. So what have been some challenge?